My name is Jordan Robinson, Public Information Officer with the Meridian Police Department. We're here tonight to provide an update on the case last week where an ambulance was stolen out of the St. Luke's at Meridian. Today speaking with us will be Chief Tracy Basterrechea of the Meridian Police Department. We will not be taking questions at the end of today, as we're here just to provide a status update on our investigation and confirm facts of the case. Chief?
Thank you, everybody, for coming. With me here tonight, we have Supervisory Special Agent from the FBI, Adam Hoover. We also have Resident Agent in Charge, Kenneth Hipp from Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. And we have Detective Jeremy Churchfield and Detective Seth Washburn from the Meridian Police Department. As most of you know, late Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, Canyon County paramedics had an ambulance stolen from St. Luke's Meridian. The suspect took that ambulance and drove it into the Portico North building, where they had also staged cans of gasoline and poured gasoline inside of the ambulance as well as on the floor outside of the ambulance in what we believe was an attempt to burn the building. Well, today I'm glad to announce that we have made an arrest of Sarah Elizabeth George, a 43-year-old female of Boise, Idaho. The Meridian Police Department, along with the local Federal Bureau of Investigation, the local Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, served an arrest warrant on George and executed a search warrant at George's residence earlier this evening. Agents and detectives are currently processing the scene at the residence now, collecting evidence. These investigators standing here are responsible for this timely arrest. And the first thing I would like to point out is the men and women of the Meridian Police Department and the men and women of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms in the FBI did an amazing job over the last 5 days, working long hours, working diligently to positively identify Miss George and bring her into custody. Really, it was good old-fashioned police work that got us to where we're at tonight. These investigators literally went door to door looking for possible camera footage, possible witnesses, and other information and evidence stemming from I-84 to Fairview, from Locust Grove to Cloverdale. So if you can imagine that footprint and the amount of time it took them and the amount of effort that it took. This, coupled with their knowledge of technology, helped to identify George as our suspect. George is initially being charged with attempted destruction of federal property by fire in violation of 18 United States Code sections 844 F1 and 844 I. However, there is more than likely going to be other charges forthcoming as this investigation is far from finished. 18 U.S.C. 844 F1 states, whoever maliciously damages or destroys or attempts to damage or destroy by means of fire or an explosive any building, vehicle, or other personal or real property in whole or in part, owned or possessed or leased to the United States or any department or agency thereof, or any institution or organization receiving federal assistance, shall be imprisoned for not less than 5 years and not more than 20 years, fined under this title or both. 18 U.S.C. 844 I states, whoever maliciously damages or destroys or attempts to damage or destroy by means of fire or an explosive any building, vehicle, or other real or personal property used in interstate or foreign commerce or in any activity affecting interstate or foreign commerce shall be imprisoned for not less than 5 years and not more than 20 years, fined under this title or both. While we will not speculate motive at this time, the federal complaint affidavit should be available on PACER. This investigation truly highlights the importance of cooperation between local, state, and federal partners. And I would personally like to thank, first of all, the men and women of the Meridian Police Department and the investigators from our federal partners who worked on this case from the very beginning. I would also like to thank the Ada County Prosecuting Attorney, Jan Bennett, and her office, United States Attorney for the District of Idaho, Bart Davis, and his office, and of course the Boise Resident Office of the FBI and the Boise Resident Office of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm, and our other state and local partners who have helped us from the beginning of this investigation. I want to stress, this type of criminal behavior will not be tolerated in Meridian. This conduct is unacceptable, it will be investigated, and it will be charged to the fullest extent of the law. And as I said from the very beginning of this investigation, I felt extremely confident that our investigators would bring somebody to justice, and they've done that. The men and women standing here are the epitome of professionalism and something that the state of Idaho and certainly the community of Meridian should be proud of. So thank you very much. And if there's any more information coming out, it will more than likely be released by the United States Attorney's Office for the District of Idaho. Thank you.